We all have been in this situation, guys. Come on, just admit it right now. It's a time for you to admit that mistake you made back then. We woke up early, we grab a cup of coffee and go straight to study room. After 15 to 20 minutes of studying, we start thinking, okay, why did I wake up this early? And why do I study this early? I still have like 24 hours left to my exam. And so we decided to grab our phone, text the friend that texted us, and go to Instagram and post a story and show everyone off that we woke up this early to study for tomorrow's exam. Then suddenly, before even realize, we have already reached the second season of Peaky Blinders on Netflix. So if you have already been in this situation, don't feel embarrassed. Don't worry, you are not alone. This used to be my daily routine before my exams. I felt guilty about the marks I was getting because I knew if I studied, I would have been able to score better marks. And so in this video today, I want to talk about how I was able to overcome this situation. So first, I want to talk about how I was able to get into study mode. It was so hard for me to focus. I had the attention span of a 2-year-old. So I decided to Google this, and most of the articles I read, they said about the importance of planning your study material on the previous day. So I decided to make a study plan for the next day, and my plan was to wake up at 4 a.m. and start studying. But then I thought to be more realistic, and so I changed my plan to wake up at 8 a.m. and start studying at 9 to 10 a.m. So on the previous day, I kept my books open, I marked the pages that I had to read, and also kept my class notes on the side of the table. So the next morning when I woke up, I was just ready to go, start studying, instead of me spending the time on what to study. So that's how I solved my first problem. But then when I was in my study mode, I noticed something. I was distracted by my phone. Because it was beeping, or because I was just taking away my eyes from my studying and looking to my desk, and the phone was there, and then I was just remembering, oh, I forgot to text that friend, or and it was so hard for me to get back to my study flow. So I decided to keep away my phone while studying. It was hard at first because usually I have my phone always with me, which is bad, I know. And so anyways, actually helped me. I was like so focused on my study that I actually forgot about my phone. The goal here is to get into study flow like nothing else matters. So if you're able to get into this flow, you'll have intense concentration, like you have zero attention left for anything else. And that's what we call optimum performance. My next problem was covering my lessons before the day of the exam. I felt so stressed when I wasn't able to cover all my lessons. So I tried to push a lot of information into my brain in one day, and it resulted in forgetting everything, even the things I already knew. I was able to find the answer to this problem from the book The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Charles mentioned in this book that it takes 20 hours for the brain to process new information, which means even if I was trying so hard to squeeze all the information into my brain in one day, it wouldn't work. So the best way for the brain to get used to the new processed information are active recall or practice tests. Studies have shown that practice tests after each new lesson helped a lot of students to score better marks on their finals, which means the more you spend time on a new lesson, the more you help your brain to get used to that information. Soon after I study a new topic, I write down questions related to that topic, and then I try to answer these questions with my books closed. I revise this topic every 2 weeks by answering these questions, and actually it helped me to familiarize with the topic. So if you're not doing this already, this is something that you have to think about. It's going to help you a lot with your exams. You're not going to have to worry because you're going to have already those things in your mind and you're going to remember them, and it's going to make your life easier. The next technique I love to get used to my new topic is explaining the topic to someone else. When I try to explain what I have studied to someone, it actually helps me to realize what I have learned and what information I am missing. There were a lot of times that I thought I completely understood what I had learned, but when I tried to explain to someone, I was actually lost and information were missing there. So I think it's very important to try this with a family member or a friend of yours. Just tell them, hey, can I take like 10 minutes of your time and do this? And you will actually see a big difference. My last favorite way to study something new is flashcards. It helps me actually to save a lot of time in revision. So every time I learn a new term, I create a flashcard. I just take a small card like 3x5 and I write down the terms I learned in my own words. The learning starts from the flashcards. So I write down the terms on one side and on the other side I write down the explanation. So after I'm done my studies, I try to read all the explanations and I try to say the terms before I turn the card. I create I know pile and I don't know pile. So this means when I revise using the flashcard, if I do get to answer correct, I just stuck that card into my I know pile, and if I do not get to answer correct, I just stuck that card into my I don't know pile. And so usually after my first revision, I take 15 minutes break and then I go back to my I don't know pile and I just try to say the term again. And I'll keep doing this process until I get the terms right. In case though I face any problems with the terms, I just rewrite the terms using the textbook, and this actually helps me to understand the difficult terms. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please show it to me by destroying the like button and subscribing to my channel. It will be much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.